So, why do you want to do YouTube videos?
I don't know, so sad.
Do you want to do YouTube videos because you're sad?
I don't know.
You don't know why you want to do a video?
No, I haven't been able to think in a really, really long time. I'm so tired. My brain.
So do you have a memory of why you wanted to do it?
No.
So, but you still want to do it? So it's a yes or no game.
I would like to.
And you're failing miserably. You'd like to, why?
Because I feel like things should be made equal.
Huh? Equal?
Yeah.
Of what?
I feel like what happened in the past, the truth should come out, and things should be like, I mean, it's not revenge, it's not really about justice, but it's about, the truth outshining the lies that were there when I was younger.
The lies or the lives? So it sounds very dramatic.
The lies which affected our lives.
Okay, so you're talking about your past, yeah?
Yes.
So you want to basically make, so I'm understanding you want to make videos to say your story.
It's not just about me, it's like a lot of
to say your story to yeah, what, sorry?
it's not just about me, it's a lot of stuff that I would want to talk about goes into theology and the way religion and Islam is interpreted nowadays, which leaves a lot wanting, leaves a lot of room for improvement, basically.
So you want to do YouTube videos to make your stand?
I don't just want to make a stand, I want to see falsehood outshone.
So you want to help people?
I do want to help people. I'd happily step into situations outside if anyone required help. And that is what it really is about. But there's definitely a personal element involved.
What's that?
I mean, when I was younger, it would basically be like the way in Islam is rigid affects other people, not just myself, and that should be stopped. It's been so long now, I'm so tired, so drained after so many years of trying so hard to make things better, at least for us, with a little support from anyone, including family or people who are supposed to be family. That, I mean, it's just so hard, like my memory's diminished, so sleep deprived a lot of the time, and sleeping on top of that. My nose is blocked.
But you never tried to do YouTube videos before?
I never had the time, and
Did
I don't really have the
You
time.
didn't want to, it wasn't, you didn't think of
I
that?
wanted to finish compiling my research. There's like 40 books worth of research, which I could do in 1 year if I just had that time, if I just wasn't so drained. My brain is tired.
So in the past, you wanted to, after you had like your knowledge boost, you wanted to write a book, and you wanted to write a book, you wanted to finish the book, and you used to get really, it was quite stressful because it was a lot to do and a lot of information. And now it's about you. Now it's like that's turned into YouTube videos because I think you want to do it in YouTube format, like.
I can't really do
Hand in hand.
YouTube videos like academically unless I prepare beforehand. That's so hard with everything that's going on right now. It's been so hard for a long time, and yeah, definitely I wanted to study more. I wanted to memorize all the references, all the books. I mean, that's what traditionally God wants people to do. God's all, like that's the religion of God.
Why?
Well, the legacy of scholarship is that you memorize stuff. I mean, the idea is that a true scholar doesn't sit down and have a book in hand and rock back and forth as they do in Judaic and Islamic traditions.
So
It's, you literally read the books so often that you just learn them by heart. It goes into your heart.
This was your last day, and you had to put and you had to say something or do something unusual, what would it be?
Why don't you guess what it could be and I'll come back and Google it for you. You baby. You baby. Yes.
I have absolutely no idea. The first thing that came to my head was animal rights, human rights, and was it God's rights?
If it was the last thing on earth I could tell people to do, to listen to their heart,
That's nice.
and that's what religion was always only about. I mean, you could go into various principles to see that. Ooh, maybe it must be that. Various principles to establish just the right thing. I mean, one is that none of us really know what the truth is. You must have conviction in what you believe once it's established by evidence. That's different. I mean, وبالآخرة هم يوقنون, and in basically the afterlife, they have conviction or certainty. That's different.
You said a big statement about listen to your heart, and that's what we always do. Or something we were meant to do.
Skip the evidences.
What's the evidence for that? Like,
The main evidence is that the devil, who's been here for a very long time, and his minions, their aim basically, and their aim is to stop humans from listening to their heart, because religion can be twisted, and the ultimate aim is to keep humans divided. All we were ever here really for was to unite. I mean, Adam and Eve were in paradise together, and then they came down to earth, split apart.
I think it'd be nice for people to take it seriously. Like, I know there are hadith about listening to your heart. Like, can you say one?
Oh, I mean, there's several narrations to your heart compiled basically about a small booklet on them. I just haven't released the research.
You haven't released the research? I know, but I mean,
Should I do that right now?
can't you say
I
one?
didn't want
One
this.
can't hurt.
Okay, I mean, there's a hadith narrated by Wabisa that basically says he kind of like rushes to climb over people and go to Prophet Muhammad after maybe a prayer in the mosque, in the masjid,
Yeah.
and he was asked the Prophet Muhammad like what is sin and what is righteousness. Regarding sin, the Prophet Muhammad said it's basically that which wavers in your heart, and basically it pricks your heart. I mean, slightly different translations, but the idea is that the Prophet Muhammad said regardless of whether the people again and again give their fatwa, their verdicts. The word fatwa is what people pass judgments. You know, people pass judgments. So many people pass judgment on other people. Many people are shallow. But in that time, the time of the Prophet Muhammad, especially the Prophet Muhammad knows how things would be after him. The term fatwa was adopted, which is the term used in Arabic. The Prophet Muhammad said, don't listen to people's fatwa, regardless of what they say, listen to your heart.
What's fatwa again? So what did you just say?
So fatwa is if we just take it as maybe an expounding upon an issue or a verdict that's passed. It's usually translated as a legal judgment. And in the time of the Prophet Muhammad, there were said to be 112 of the Prophet Muhammad's close friends or comrades or companions who were qualified. I didn't want this to be an academic video.
Sorry, no, I just wanted to say what you just said last. That was it.
Basically, the idea is that nowadays, certain scholars, when they're asked about this narration, they say you don't really follow that. You don't have to follow it because it only refers to a pure heart. Or it only refers to, all the heart can be tainted. And if you ask a criminal or a dodgy person, what does your heart say about this issue? Their heart, basically, they may have a perverse opinion regarding that.
That's not their heart then, though.
That's not their heart. Their heart has gone to sleep.
I almost got convinced by that.
Their heart has gone to sleep because they didn't listen to it for so long. It's final quieting whisper.
So the only way to break it is to start doing that.
Pardon?
So the only way to break it is to start doing that. It's a bit like
the only way to break.
Not having extreme segregation.
Yeah, not having extreme segregation, not having the opposite, free.
Yeah. Okay.
Free falls.
Huh? Okay. Back to the topic. So you were saying the hadith.
Just to put that to one side, just the idea that religion is set or an opinion on what's right and what's wrong is set is so wrong. I mean, I would cover issues. I would like to cover issues that are controversial and just provide people with food for thought how it could have been wrong for so long.
So,
Uh,
yeah.
I mean, very simply put, Allah said in the Quran in chapter 16, verse 1 to 5. I did that when I was younger. Basically, call people to the way of your Lord or your boss with wisdom, and like maybe moving preaching, or good preaching which moves them, like
They call that wisdom.
or basically whatever it is. Just push that to one side. I mean, if I could go into just the word wisdom, just at the end of this video, I'll go into a few things, inshallah, if God is willed. But the idea is in the end of that verse, God says, like, God knows best who's on the right path, who's on the wrong path. God knows best about who's correct. The point to make very clearly is that people have different opinions. We would go back to God, and then He would tell us who is right.
It's very comforting.
I know, because in this world you cannot even. People can go to sleep and then they can have a dream which they think they woke up, really they can still be asleep. The idea that this 10-15 minute video that we're doing right now, it could just be a dream, and I could wake up and really Prophet Muhammad's name could be Mudammam or something else.
It's the idea that the ultimate truth is with God.
That's the idea. I mean, the idea that you should, in no way does that mean you should not have conviction or full belief, full faith in al-Islam, in God. You should believe 100% without a doubt in gravity, because that's what we have evidence for. But the idea that you're going to walk over an edge and you're going to die is a different story. It could end in a lot of different ways. It could end like just wake up. I mean, one of those dreams where you're falling down and down and down. Those dreams from the devil.
Yeah.
I mean, if I can, is there anything you'd like to say?
Am I interrupting?
No, because I want to do the
No.
Okay. Just to shake people up. Traditionally, scholarship has been very poor when it comes to commitment to God, as opposed to commitment to books. Scholars or clergy or preachers have kept their nose tucked into books, into the crevices between the pages. They don't look at the real world. Traditionally when coffee first came out, qahwa, they went berserk, basically. They tried to ban it right, left and centre. They said it was the same as alcohol. It could be considered by some definitions as consensus, because at the end of the day there's different opinions on that as well, as to what constitutes that. But basically, the story goes that some scholars they got other scholars to drink it while they were on. They invited people to their home, other scholars to talk about it, other preachers to talk about different topics, and then they served coffee, and they had like very intellectual discussions with that drink. And then they told them afterwards, like, that was coffee what you had, like you drunk more, you and stuff like that. Most scholars talk about issues without having studied them, for two reasons. For three reasons. One, because they're so overconfident, chuffed with their own opinions, which is something Allah is one about, because only Allah is the most knowledgeable, only Allah knows best. And our brother Moses, Prophet Moses, he made this mistake. He said he knew best, but then God taught him a lesson, because he placed someone in the land called Khidr, who knew more than him and who may not have even been a prophet. The idea is that, one, don't be chuffed with your opinion, because that's when you overset the boundary. Only God knows best, and only God is full of confidence and should be full of confidence. Only God has the right to be full of confidence in that regard. Secondly, they believe in legal precedents, so they think that things shouldn't change. They believe things are set, and they've studied from their teachers, and then once a legal precedent is set, everybody until the end of time is supposed to follow that. And that contradicts the final will of the Prophet Muhammad in his speech to the public, in his speech to the world, which basically said, pass what he said on to other people, and made the last ones understand it better than the first. So that contradicts that, completely contradicts the consensus of the last 1,000 years of scholarship.
Was that the 3 points?
the last point was, I forgot, but when should we wrap up? 13 is my favourite number, and I've gone to 15 minutes.
We're about 15 minutes 13 seconds, which is in 1 second.
Why didn't you say something? What's your favourite number?
5.
5.
We just need
It's
15.
No, I mean, at least let's end it on an odd number, because that's what God loves.
Okay, so 17 minutes.
19?
Okay. So did you say your 3 points?
No, I forgot. Like, I was trying to hold on to it. I forgot. So, I mean, so what was it?
You said the
coffee.
first one. And then
Don't be so sure about yourself. But also because I give it. I forgot it, but I throw in another example. Allah said in the Quran, basically. I mean, for everyone, before we recite or we sing the Quran, God has commanded us to say, all of us, including the Prophet Muhammad, for all Muslims from the beginning to the end of a time who read the Quran, A'udhu Billah, I seek protection in God, or at God's feet, or at God, basically. I mean, at God's door. Bih is positioning. A'udhu Billah, I seek protection in God, Mina Shaitan, from Satan, or from the Satan, Mina Shaitan Rajim. And Rajim basically refers to when you chuck something, like when something's chucked out or catapulted. When something is thrown like a stone, it refers to an Iblis, or as Christians may know him, Lucifer, the devil, Satan, was chucked out of paradise, as opposed to our father Adam when he was dropped down in a more nicer fashion. The point here is that we're all commanded to recite that and say that before we read the Quran, and that includes scholarship. And the idea is that they are not protected from the devil, no matter how romantically followers or seekers or murids or students want to look at their scholars and say, look how amazing my scholar is. He does exorcism over devils, and he can interpret dreams. He's just short of flying on a magic carpet and having a lamp under his arm. The idea is that they were ordered to seek refuge in God, seek protection God from the devil, because their understanding, their interpretation of things, of anything, their mind can be affected by the devil.
I mean,
that takes us back to twisted logic from the devil.
I don't think anyone outrightly, scholars or anyone, would say that they believe they're protected, but that's another topic for another video.
I mean, no, but the way people treat them, the way people hold them in esteem, in high positions, as though they are higher than a prophet. The Prophet Muhammad made several mistakes, which is narrated, compiled in the Quran. I mean, he made a mistake with Abdullah bin Ubay, whereby he wanted to pray over the sellout, the munafiq of Medina, al-Medina, and God said basically no. He turned away. I mean, he made a mistake in the Battle of Badr with regards to the captives. God corrected him. He made a mistake with regards to Abdullah, the son of Maktoom, Umm Maktoom, basically when he turned away from him. I mean, that's the first point, the coffee point. Second point is when radio first came out, they again went like Looney Tunes. They went off the charts and they tried to ban it. They said this is black magic. I mean, the devils must have been having a laugh at them.
And the last one?
The last one, I mean...
any last one-line messages? Anyone?
I mean, you could give... I mean, just... So... should I stop it?
I don't know. We didn't stop it.
I think we should stop it soon. Should I say the last one?
Yeah. Say something like...
That's more relatable nowadays.
Like, I mean, yeah. Like, I mean, about the...
I mean, okay, fine.
What
The final
should people do
thing...
with their life?
Final thing is what the Prophet Muhammad warned against. He warned against scholars, basically fake scholars, or juhal, or I mean, juhal itself is... He said that basically the death of ulama, which basically means the people who know, which is basically a term for not just any scholar. It could be specifically a term for people who know God, who know the religion, who get it that it isn't about this world.
Yeah.
Basically, not sellout scholars, not scholars for dollars. As opposed to juhal, basically, he said that then juhal would start to take over. Maybe like juhal could be people who talk without thinking. Jahil is someone who does something just like how they feel. It doesn't just mean ignorance. It means someone who just does whatever they feel like. They talk without thinking. They react without thinking. They get angry. They that itself is a term related to a person who's in a position of preaching. The idea is that a scholar can easily be jahil. They can just say whatever comes to their mind whenever someone asks them a question. The mark of a scholar, a true scholar, is someone who says, "I don't know." They hold back when they don't know. They don't just try and make up the answer. I mean, if they can't remember the third point when they have 3 points, they might just try and skip it and say, "No, I just can't remember right now." I mean, I'm trying to do that. May God strengthen me in that. I'm not good enough, but they've got a lot of room for improvement. So one of the things that the Prophet Muhammad said is, be careful, be warned, basically, be on your guard and so forth, with regards to the fake Christ, the Antichrist, when the ulama or the scholars or the khatib or the preachers on their pulpit, on the podium, basically on Fridays when they give the speech to the Muslims, that they stop warning people about the Antichrist.